right. Hi, everybody. So today is going to be our next step in our opinion writing, and we are going to be starting our rough draft. So yesterday we began our planner. We wrote down our ideas, our three reasons why this book was our favorite book, and now we're going to be using our planner to write our rough draft. So if you remember from yesterday, I said my opinion was that Harry Potter is the best book or my favorite book. I could change it to that. And my reasons were it is exciting, the story is very creative, and I love many of the characters in this story. So now I'm going to use those three reasons and start writing my rough draft. Now remember, it's important to always start with your topic sentence. So the topic sentence is a sentence that comes first. Now, we did go over this last time with our best pet opinion writing. So we are going to start with one of our topic sentence starters. So I'm going to pick something different this time, and I'm going to say, just going to start with the basic. It's important when you're writing an opinion story to include that it is your opinion. So I'm going to say, in my opinion, I feel that Harry Potter is the best book. Now, I didn't write that it is my favorite book, but I did write it is my opinion that it is the best book, and that's okay. If you instead want to say it's my favorite book, that's fine too. Now, if you noticed, I made sure to include that Harry Potter is started with a capital letter, and if you also remember, it is important to also underline your titles of your books. So keep that in mind as you're writing your rough draft. This is only the rough draft though, so it's okay if you do forget, but it can be always edited in your final copy. Now, my first reason, I'm just going to go back to my planner to look at my first reason, was that it is exciting. Now, like I've talked about before, it's important to include these linking words and phrases when we're starting our reasoning. So I'm going to say, let's see, what do I want to use? I'm going to say one reason. One reason is a good one. We can use the other sequence words that we learned in school, which were like first, next, last, and then. Those you can use instead of one of these linking words and phrases, but it's up to you. So I'm going to say one reason is that Harry Potter, and notice how I'm capitalizing Harry Potter again and underlining, is to look back at what I wrote. Very exciting. Now, again, I had said this last week with our best pet writing. I'm going to include a second sentence with more detail, especially for those people that I'm writing to that have not read Harry Potter before. So, one reason is that Harry Potter is very exciting. There are lots of battle. I'll add an adjective there, magical battles, and thrilling. I'm going to use cliffhangers. I'm not going to exactly tell my readers what happens in the story because I do want them to read the story and not spoil anything. But we've talked a lot about cliffhangers in school, so I thought that would be a cool word to include. My second reason, the story is very creative, so that is very true. So I'm going to just go back to notice how I'm referencing these pages over and over again, especially my linking words and phrases page. So I'm going to choose a different linking word or phrase than I've already used. So I'm going to use in addition. In addition, Harry Potter is, is very creative. Now I'm going to include my second sentence. The author created a magical world filled with wizards, beasts, magic, we could just say beasts. Let's see, villains. I spelled villains wrong. And let's see what else is in. And I could just stick with those three. That's okay. But if you notice, I included some examples of some of the different things that you can find or types of magical creatures you could find in Harry Potter. So, just as some examples. My reason number 3, I love many of the characters in this story. So, let's see. Now, I'm not going to use one of these words. I am going to use one that we have used in school. So, I'm going to use the word finally. Because that is, since this is my last reason, it's a good place to use finally or last. Harry Potter has many great characters. Let's see, a second sentence. So here's where I'm going to include some examples of different characters' names, maybe, or about the characters in the story. For example, well, we should include Harry first, probably. Harry, Hermione, and I may spell that wrong, and Ron are, let's see if they have a, oh, I did spell it wrong. I knew names are especially hard. So it's a great time to go back and to check in a book if you're not sure how to spell, especially a character's name. And Ron are best friends that go through a lot in the story together. All right, so let's, and ending, we have to come up with our conclusion. So remember, when you're writing a conclusion, it's important that you are just restating what you wrote in your topic sentence, just using different words. You wouldn't want to say the exact same thing over again. And here are some conclusion sentence starters. Also, you could say, bottom line, Harry Potter. Bottom line, Harry Potter is the best book in your library. Go check it out. All right, so this is just my rough draft. So there may be some things that I will want to change next time, but I did remember to use all of my reasons from my planning sheet. I made sure to start with the topic sentence, end with the conclusion sentence, and I did write 2 sentences for each reason. Now that is exactly what I'm looking for. So if you're having difficulty, it's important to make sure you're watching this video to know what we're looking for, hopefully, when you go to write your rough draft today. Good luck!